gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
We have breaking news in downtown LA. A party in downtown LA turned deadly. 2 people were killed in this shooting, and it happened just minutes after the LAPD broke up the party. NBC4's Lauren Coronado is at the scene, near the scene of that shooting at 14th and Paloma Streets. And Lauren, we understand that you just talked with the father of one of the people who was killed.
So, all right, guys, we have another mass shooting, this time in LA. This is due to a block party, okay? This is a block party where you have the police dispersing the party and then gunfire. The gunfire rang out immediately after that. So you had the police presence. You had the breaking up of this large gathering that I've told you guys to refrain from. And yet and still, shots fired. This just goes to show that these people don't care, man. They airing the block out, whether it's police or anybody who's gonna hold them accountable. They don't care. These super gremlins are on demon time.
Adrian, I did. He tells me his son was 29 years old. He spoke with detectives, and he says detectives told him, yeah, his son is the one who died. He also tells me that his son has 3 young children. The family is still here right now. Really a devastating situation. In addition to that young man who died, we also understand that another person was also shot and killed down this way. We're right next to 14th and Paloma, by the way. You can see this is where detectives are centering their investigation. We know 6 others are in the hospital with gunshot wounds right now. And that man I spoke with who says his son died here tells me, like I mentioned, he has 3 young children, and they're waiting to tell the rest of the family about what has happened here.
Good gentleman, very respectful gentleman.
Yeah, he describes his son as a good man, like you heard, a respectful gentleman. He was supposed to come home for dinner last night, but never did. This is video captured shortly after the shooting, closer to 1 o'clock overnight. The LAPD says officers shut down this warehouse party hours prior. About 50 to 60 people were there. That's according to police. That was around 11 p.m. By 1 a.m., officers received a shots fired call from the same location. That's when they found the one person who died here. Another person rushed to the hospital where they died, and again 6 others also rushed to the hospital. Our team spoke with one person who saw what happened. They did not want to show their face on camera.
As I got there, there was a guy laying on the ground, and then so nobody seemed to be calling 911, so I ended up calling 911.
Damn. So I mean, as you can see, nobody was calling the police for the individuals that were shot and killed at this party. So very selfish people going to these gatherings. That's why I tell you guys not to go, because if you get hurt, nobody's going to care, and they're just going to let you lay out on the ground without rendering aid.
There was another girl that was shot a block down the street.
Now, when officers initially shut down the party, Captain Ruiz with the LAPD says officers did arrest someone for firearm possession. Again, that was prior to the shooting. No arrests other than that one have been made so far when it comes to what happened after the shooting. Now, it's not clear if there was one shooter or more than one. Back out here live as detectives remain here collecting evidence right now. I'm told that they are looking for any security footage that may have captured what happened. I do want to mention that 14th Place is blocked off here at Griffith Avenue and Paloma. Some of the surrounding streets are also closed, so if this is part of your early morning commute in the downtown area, that's something to note. We'll bring you another live update closer to 6:40. Reporting live, I'm Lauren Coronado for Today in LA.
We're learning new details about the two people who were killed in a mass shooting at a party in downtown LA.
The violent scene unfolded on Paloma Street and 14th Place overnight and left 6 other people injured. And this afternoon, there's still no word on any possible suspects.
Eyewitness News reporter Annabelle Munoz live now in downtown LA with more. Annabelle.
Michelle and Mark, we just saw detectives leave one of the buildings behind me where you might be able to see that caution tape, but still very little information on what happened. We have seen people grieving here at the scene, including the family of a man we're told is a father of 3. Police say 2 people were shot and killed and at least 6 others were injured overnight in downtown Los Angeles. Today, authorities told us no one has been arrested. LA Mayor Karen Bass said in part, this senseless violence and loss of life is devastating and those who are responsible must be held accountable. There will be no tolerance for violence in this city. My thoughts are with the victims and their families. Gregory Derisso is one of...
So we have Karen Bass, who is, you know, the mayor, and she says they won't tolerate violence, but she's not really doing anything to end the violence. And then this guy right here to the left, he is, I think this is Brick Baby from the Adam 22 podcast, and I believe he's in jail right now. So I mean, are they saying that he was the one X'd out, or the guy, the short guy next to him?
Families. Gregory Derisso is one of the parents grieving. He told us he spoke with his 29-year-old son, Gregory, last night.
Supposed to come eat some food.
Okay, so this is daddy. And are they saying Brick Baby was killed? There ain't no way. I don't know if he's saying this is his son. But, I mean, if this was Brick Baby that was killed, then that would be... I mean, it wouldn't be like big news nationally, but it would definitely be big news for the blogs. But I thought he was in jail, so.
He's supposed to come eat some food. And I tell him I cook. He tell me, Dad, if you want to go somewhere, I got the key. You can go ahead and leave. I said, no, I'm gonna be here. What time you coming? He tell me, Dad, I'll be here around 9 or 10.
But says he got a call in the middle of the night from the mother of one of his son's friends. He arrived here near the intersection of 14th Place and Paloma Street, where police say a shooting took place around 1 a.m. This is where Mr. Derisso found out his son was one of the 2 people killed. He described him as a good gentleman and a father of 2 boys and 1 girl.
But sometimes you cannot choose fun for them, you know. But you see the dangerous, you tell them stay away from the dangerous. You don't want to stay away from the dangerous.
This video captures part of the scene overnight. People can be heard shouting, others seen running. Police say officers first saw an individual run into a location in the area around 11 p.m. Sunday.
It appeared to be a party. It is unknown what type of party that was. The officers did shut down that party and locked the location.
A few hours later, they responded to a call about a shooting. Police believe at least 8 people were shot, 2 killed, including a woman who died at the hospital. We did also see investigators stopping by some of the businesses in the area. This is the fashion district, and there are several warehouses. We do believe there are some surveillance cameras in the area. And right now, authorities have not said whether there is any connection between that first incident police reported and the shooting that followed. Reporting live in downtown Los Angeles, Annabelle Munoz, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
We are following some breaking news at this hour. That breaking news happening out of Los Angeles, California. And this is a live look right here at downtown LA as 2 people have been killed, 6 others hurt in a Los Angeles, California shooting right now.
And the news is refusing to call this a mass shooting. 2 dead, 6 others hurt in the shooting. This is a mass shooting. But in California, they would not want to call it that because it makes the city look bad, and they're very liberal minded, and not in the sense of politically, but just the way that they're handling the crime. It's very much a laissez-faire approach.
Now, LA police are currently investigating this after gunfire erupted at a street party in downtown Los Angeles overnight. That is according to officials. And that is where we find Fox 11 LA's Mario Ramirez with the very latest. And Mario, I know that this is breaking news, details still coming out, but what can you tell us so far?
Hi, Stephanie. We have an active homicide investigation by the LAPD. And as you mentioned, this is just getting started, this investigation. When we initially got to the scene a few hours ago, LAPD investigators told us they were still working on a full count of victims involved. But as you mentioned, 2 dead and 6 injured here following that gunfire. And you can see the activity here down the street where we can see the body still remains covered by a white tarp there. And you can also see evidence markers, a sea of those markers in the street where the shooting happened, likely where bullet casings were found following that violence erupting here shortly after.
Damn, and look at all these shell casings. They really let it go in this one.
1 a.m. Again, this is at a warehouse party, or at least just outside near Paloma Street and 14th Place. LAPD officers responding to shots fired, and what they found was a chaotic scene. Multiple people suffering from gunshot wounds, several trails of blood. A skirmish line was actually established to help secure the area as investigators began canvassing for evidence and talking to witnesses. Now, one man around 30 years old was pronounced dead here at the scene, and we've learned a 52-year-old woman drove herself to a hospital where she later died. 2 other men transported in critical condition and 4 others unstable. So that makes a total of 8 people struck by gunfire, 2 dying from their injuries. LAPD investigators say officers who were patrolling the area observed an armed suspect running into that warehouse around 11 p.m. They say the party was shut down. That suspect was arrested, but as people were still gathered here in the street, gunfire erupted, striking several people. We spoke to a few family members out here who were very concerned that their loved ones could be among the victims. And unfortunately, one man we were speaking to did learn that his 29-year-old son was shot and killed here. The motive behind the shooting remains unclear. The LAPD says they're investigating this as possibly gang-related. There's been no suspect or vehicle description, and they're working on gathering that information. But again, a shooting here near a downtown LA warehouse party that left 2 dead and 6 others in the hospital right now. That's the latest downtown. I'm Mario Ramirez. Stephanie, we'll send it back to you.
And Mario, you did say that the suspect is in custody right now. Police still working to gather a motive. Have they released any update as to when they might be speaking once again to the media? I know that this is still a very active scene as we see detectives right there still behind you combing through evidence. But when might we expect another update from police?
Yeah, we are getting updates as the morning goes along. There is a public information officer here on the scene, which they are providing updates. But this is where it becomes confusing because I did mention a suspect was taken into custody. That was the initial response from police at 11 p.m. An armed man ran into the warehouse party, taken into custody, and the party was shut down. Now, after that happened, 2 hours later, that's when gunfire erupted. So there still hasn't been anyone taken into custody from that gunfire, that incident. And witnesses out here we were talking to said it appeared that the gunshots may have come from a vehicle. That information is yet to be confirmed by LAPD, but once they get a vehicle and suspect description, of course, we'll have that information and be able to pass it along.
All right, a lot of moving parts. The suspect in that shooting yet to be in custody. Mario, we appreciate that.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
Party in downtown LA turns deadly. 2 people shot to death. One of the victims, a father of 3. That's according to family members. And tonight, the LAPD is still searching for that shooter. NBC4's Macy Jenkins live in downtown LA with more for us. Macy?
Hi there, Colleen. Well, Derisso's father says he told his son over and over again not to come down to this area. In addition to the 2 people who died, 6 others were injured in the early morning shooting here in downtown Los Angeles. All of this happening 2 hours after police had shut down a warehouse party in the area. Now, LAPD says they noticed around 11 o'clock Sunday night a large warehouse party near Paloma and East 14th Place here in downtown Los Angeles. About 50 to 60 people were there in attendance. Officers shut it down, arrested 1 person for possession of a firearm, and cleared the scene. And 2 hours.
And out of all that crowd, they can only get 1 arrest. That's wild.
Later, officers got a radio call reporting shots fired at the same location. 29-year-old Gregory Derisso was shot and pronounced dead here at the scene. His father, Judner Derisso, says his son had 3 children, all under the age of 5.
I've been telling them to stay away from her son. That your son, you can tell him what to do. You keep telling him over and over, over and over, over and over and over and over.
A 52-year-old woman was also shot, according to police, and she transported herself to a nearby hospital. It was there that she was pronounced dead.
Damn.
6 others were injured. 2 men remain hospitalized in critical condition, while 4 others are hospitalized and stable. LA Mayor Karen Bass issued a statement saying those responsible for the overnight violence will be held accountable. Now, according to a flyer that NBC4 obtained, the warehouse party was an unofficial after party for the Hard Summer Music Festival that took place over the last 2 days at Hollywood Park in Inglewood. Now, officers say they're still looking for the person responsible, and anyone who attended the party should reach out to them to give information in this investigation. They're still trying to, however, connect that party to the shooting. So much more to come in the ongoing investigation. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Good morning and welcome to the KTLA 5 Morning News at 11 a.m. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker. Thanks for joining us. At least 2 people are dead after gunfire erupted outside a warehouse party in downtown LA overnight.
KTLA 5's Jennifer Graw live here in Hollywood with the very latest on the investigation. Jennifer?
Glenn and Lou, the LAPD were very busy overnight taking care of these parties and responding to these 911 calls. In fact, they had to respond to the same area twice overnight.
Chaos.
A chaotic scene just before 1 this morning after shots were fired in the area of 14th Place and Griffith. LAPD quickly responding. Now, video shows people running down the street trying to flee. Investigators tell us they were in the area earlier that night when they saw a possible armed individual go into a party. Officers did shut that party down, which had about 50 to 60 people inside. They say 1 person was arrested for possession of a firearm. That's when they came back 2 hours later to the same area of shots fired. A large crowd was seen blocking the roadway, and at one point, police also formed a skirmish line. Multiple ambulances arrived at the scene, the wounded on stretchers. Sadly, we know 2 people are dead. KTLA speaking with one of the victims' fathers this morning.
His friend, mom called me, and I answered my phone, and she tell me bad news. I said, what the bad news, crying? They tell me she believe her son tell her my son got shot. And I've been telling them to stay away from her son.
So his daddy told him to stay away. Okay, so this is his son who's with Brick Baby. So that's weird. I mean, Brick Baby is a known gang member in the Los Angeles area. He got arrested for, I don't know why he got arrested, but he's in jail right now. His son's taking pictures. He's an African, not an FBA brother, and he's hanging out with the FBAs and got himself killed.
Later finding out his son did die. Now 29-year-old Gregory Derisso was killed. His family says he has 3 young children.
So they keep playing, or they keep showing Brick Baby. I mean, what's going on here? Because they zoomed into Brick Baby like he was the one who was killed. But I don't know why they keep doing that.
Old Gregory Derisso was killed. His family says he has 3 young children. Obviously, they are devastated. We're also told a woman was rushed to the hospital where she later died. At least 6 others were shot, 2 of them at last check in critical condition. The victims' ages ranging from 26 to 62.
I still need to canvass the area, speak to witnesses, try to locate any additional evidence of what exactly occurred. We don't know at this time what triggered this incident. Nevertheless, we're going to do everything possible, to make sure that this is a thorough investigation.
Yeah, trying to figure out if there were actually multiple shooters involved. They are still looking for suspect information. If you have any of that, you're urged to contact the LAPD. We're live in Hollywood. Back to you in the studio.
Search is on for the gunman in a deadly shooting in downtown LA. It was close to where a big after party was happening. 2 people died and several others were hurt. KCAL News reporter Tina Patel is at the scene where the father of one of those victims spoke out.
Family members of one of the victims have been coming here all morning trying to get answers from police about what happened, whether their loved one was targeted, and if so, why. But police don't have many answers yet. Gregory Derisso's family was too emotional to talk to us on camera, but they did share this photo of the 29-year-old. He's the tall one in the red hat.
Bruh, ain't no way. No way. I don't get. This is Brick Baby. Unless he looks identical. Unless he looks identical, there's no way, man. There's no way. They're presenting it as if Brick Baby was. I don't know why they keep showing his picture. I'm trying to get a real picture of Gregory Derisso, but they keep showing Brick Baby. I don't think Brick Baby is dead. That's not even his real name. Unless the guy who died literally looks just like Brick Baby. But Brick Baby's full name is Zahir Renee Mitchell. So I don't know why they're showing this image. This literally is Brick Baby. So maybe they're talking about the African guy. I mean, his daddy was African. So I think they're just getting the people mixed up.
Told us that Gregory lived in Koreatown with his girlfriend. He had actually talked about coming over and having dinner with his father last night, but then he decided to meet up with some friends, and that's when the shooting happened. Derisso's friends and family don't know if someone was trying to shoot him or if he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Police say multiple people were shot. There are dozens of evidence markers here on the street. Derisso died here. Another woman passed away at the hospital from gunshot wounds, and 6 other people were injured, some critically. Right now, police don't have any information about a suspect or suspects. They say there had been a party earlier in the night. Around 11 p.m., officers patrolling the area saw someone with a gun enter the party. So they went in, arrested that person for having a firearm, and then shut down the party. A couple hours later, around 1 a.m., is when they got the call about shots being fired.
Damn.
They did disperse a crowd. It could be that some remained at scene and then the incident occurred, but we don't have that information as of yet. We don't know.
So the police dispersed the crowd. 2 hours later, the crowd stayed and then shot up the remaining people.
At this time, what triggered this incident, nevertheless, we're going to do everything possible, to make sure that this is a thorough investigation.
Detectives are talking to witnesses and looking for cameras in the area to see if that can help them piece together exactly what happened and whether this shooting was connected to the party earlier in the night. They're asking anyone with information to come forward. In downtown LA, Tina Patel, KCAL News.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot. By the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.